very good virtue of a leader by accommodating you people here every Sunday. You know, that is very recommended of her. That is sending me a signal that she's a very good woman, and she's very, very accommodative. So I've paid attention to all your details and explanations. This is not my first time to interact with you people. This is probably the second, and it will be on and on and on. So when people comes together, you all have different qualities. You all have different approaches. You all come from different backgrounds. So what is more important is to accept is to accept circumstance on their nature of occurrence. Is also to accept people on their nature of occurrence, because at the end of the day, we are not all going to exhibit the same attitude towards each other. So kafolam. But what we should always be very mindful is we ask ourselves what brings us together. What is our objective? What do we want to achieve in unison? What do we want to achieve in common? Because any achievement that this Young Stars Association is able to do is not going to be Mr. Jawanes, it's not going to be Nuas, it's not going to be the PROs, it's not going to be anybody. It's going to represent the organization. So the organization is registered. The legal interpretation of when an organization is registered, it becomes a legal person. It can sue and be sued. That's the essence of when an organization is registered. So this organization doesn't belong to anybody. You only go and leave it. Do you understand? That's why in law it has a legal personality. Do you understand? When you register organization at AG Chambers now, you have given it a legal personality. It's just like a human being now. Do you understand? Can sue and can also be sued. So that is very, very important that the collectiveness of the organization is going to be everybody's priority. You are all going to put your effort to make sure that the organization remains an organization, and your aims and objectives should always be your guiding spirit. What brings us together? When people comes together and form an organization, now it's now more than a one-person affair. All of you should ask yourself, what brings us together? What do you want to achieve? So time to time you sit and evaluate, are we achieving that? Are we on the verge of achieving that? Are we not achieving it? So a learning meeting on every Sunday can be a good avenue to evaluate yourselves. Are we going in a right direction? Are we doing things proper? Are we achieving our aims and objectives? So this should be a question that you guys should ask yourself time to time. You have collected a huge amount of money, 12,000 plus. It's not a small amount of money. But one thing that you guys you print, now that t-shirt of print, do you guys buy it or the association print and give it to everybody? We buy it. Exactly. That's what I wanted to say. When you print t-shirts, it's not going to be free now. It's going to be a way of fundraising to generate for yourself. So if you print t-shirts, you can definitely sell it to members, and so that way you will generate money. Okay, with regards to fundraising, you have not mentioned any strategy that you guys want to employ to raise funds. Somebody mentioned by way of seeking donations. That is okay. That is another way of seeking for funds to run an organization. That is very, very okay. But besides seeking donations, do you guys have any initiative that you feel will be able to earn you money to run the affairs of the organization? Because fundraising strategies should be something that we are all going to work towards to make sure that we have a clear path, a clear direction on how to generate funds for this organization. That is something that we have to, I will task the executive to come out with a strategic document on fundraising, specifically on fundraising. You've mentioned one, donation from individuals. That is very okay. But besides individuals, do we do community initiatives, community efforts? You have recently conducted fundraising in Brikama Area Council. Do they give you some money for that, or that was just your community pro bono? that is, you do it free of charge. Okay, that is very okay. That is all very, very okay. That idea of doing things voluntarily in the community, that sense of volunteerism is what we need youth to be doing in this country to move forward. Do something for your community, do services in your community, create initiatives in your community without pay. This is very good. This is very, very good, because the services is going to affect the lives of people living in that particular community. This is very welcoming, and I encourage you guys to do this on and on and on and on. As the Honorable Councillor Baba Jabi said, we will also try to create some activities in this constituency. This is where Mafanta lives. This is where I lived before, even though now I live in Lamin. So this is the constituency I'm representing in the National Assembly, by extension the Gambia. So my initiatives in Latrikunda Sabiji Constituency should be very visible. So I'm happy that you guys have surrendered yourself to those initiatives, that if I have any initiatives, I can call you people, you are going to give me 100% support. This is welcoming, and I can tell you that this has touched my heart, and I'm saying thank you, and I am welcoming you to whatever initiatives that I am going to do as far as my visibility.